Good morning, everybody. I'm Chris Wilson. This is 7 Minutes for Seniors. I am here with my friend Jana Peterson from Assisted Living Locators,
Local.
right? Local, Assisted Living Local. We are here at the Clay Chamber of Commerce. You can see the town of Orange Park clock in our background. So thank you for being here this morning. Thanks for the opportunity to interview you, and thanks for finding a spot for us to meet up.
Well, you're welcome. It was an honor to be asked to be interviewed by the infamous Chris
Oh,
Wilson.
geez, infamous. She threw it out there. All right. So it's the Monday after 4th of July. You guys probably aren't going to see this until the end of July, or I think this we're going to. But we're coming off of a long 4-day weekend. We were talking. You had a relaxing weekend, changed the battery in the car and everything like that. So, um, we talked a little bit. This is an opportunity to get you in front of people that follow me, get me in front of people that follow you. I actually messaged you on Friday because the lady that I went to, she was at the lab and talked to you and talked to Jackie. So I've since been out to the house, and they're planning on reaching back out to you because they're
Wonderful.
looking for that answer, right? Is it cheaper to keep her at home, or is it cheaper to help her get into assisted living? So that's the reason why we're together, is because if you can't stay in your home, you got to go someplace else. And if you don't have family to live with, then you need somebody like Janet who can help you do that. So uh, let's talk a little bit about you. Who are you personally? Not your business. Like, who are you personally?
So I'm Janet Peterson, and I'm a wife and a mother and a grandmother of 10 grandchildren.
Golly.
I have 10 grandchildren ranging from the age of 2 to 24, and they're in 4 different states.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get to see all of them as much as I would like to, but they are just my heart. And I'd like to think I'm a really good grandmother. I'm leaving in a week to go to Seattle, to Bremerton, Washington,
Okay.
actually, to spend time with my daughter and her 4 adorable children.
And you're military mom too, right?
Well, yes, I have
Yeah.
a grandson in the Army.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought I remembered you mentioning
Yeah.
something like that.
He's in Oklahoma, and so we're very proud of him. So I'm very proud of my grandchildren. They're all just excelling in everything they do. So I attend Hillcrest Baptist Church, and I have a very long career of different types of jobs and businesses throughout my lifetime, and I think that really gives me a well-rounded perspective in dealing with people.
So I was curious about that because a lot of people, like me, I'm an occupational therapist. So I've worked in my field for a long time after going to school. But I meet a lot of you that have done a wide variety of things. So what did you do before you got into this?
So at my age, there's been a lot. I started out in law enforcement. I spent 10 years as a deputy with the Marion County Sheriff's Department
Oh,
in
wow.
Ocala, and learned a lot and had some just a lot of experiences. And then I sort of, quote unquote, retired at the age of 30,
Mm-hmm.
because I'd been there 10 years, and I was a stay-at-home mom for several years, and then I started doing different things. And one of the first jobs I had in the senior industry was working for senior services in Ocala, Marion County Senior Services. And it would be similar to what Aging True is
Mm-hmm.
here. And I would go into homes, I was a case manager, and I'd go into the homes of seniors to see and evaluate what help they needed and what we provided in our agency to be able to give them the Meals on Wheels and the
Mm-hmm.
assistance. And then I left there in kind of a promotional type job, went to work at Del Webb Spruce Creek. So it was a completely opposite spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
The first group were people that were really in need and were in their homes and maybe incontinent or had those kinds of issues. And then to go from that to Del Webb Spruce Creek and work in their like country club
Mm-hmm.
and see the seniors just having the time of their lives.
Right.
And it was really fun to be able to see that and to look forward to that. One day I'm going to be their age, and I want to be able to be
Right.
like
So who is your company? I got the name wrong. I'm sorry.
them. Okay.
Assisted Living Local,
Yes.
right? So tell us about your company.
So I've been doing this type of work now for a couple of years. Uh, I'm a placement advisor, a senior placement advisor. So I come alongside families and I help them to find the ideal assisted living or memory care community for them. And I do that because there's such a need for families to have an advocate for them. So I work for the family and I'm paid by the community.
Hmm.
So I went out on my own, started my own company, Assisted Living Local LLC, in January of this year.
Of this year? Oh,
Yes, and
wow.
it's been very fulfilling just to be able to have someone call me on the phone. And in our society now, when you call any kind of business, they are trying to get you off the phone. Who
Hmm.
do you need to talk to? What extension number? Or leave a message, or you're in voicemail jail forever. And when
Hmm.
somebody calls me, I will listen
Hmm.
and listen and listen and listen and listen.
Extremely patient, right?
And I will take notes and I will help them figure out what they need to do. And perhaps it's going into an assisted living community that I can walk them through with the paperwork and get that all done for them. Or it might be having you come in and do the work in their home to be able to keep them there longer. But I try to just find out what is their need,
Hmm.
listen patiently, and then help them to meet that need.
I didn't know that you just started in January because I've known you longer than that. So
Right.
you were with placement before that, right?
Yes. So I worked for an agency.
Okay. All right. So now this is all you.
So now I've gone out on my own.
And this
Yes.
agency is, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not affiliated with any communities.
I'm not. I'm completely independent. I can place people all over the United States. I don't have a territory because I'm completely on my own. And that really affords me the opportunity to not have a vested interest in any particular community.
Hmm.
I find out what's going to be the best for them, the geography, the personal need that they have. Just is it assisted living? Do they need memory care, which is really a nice word for dementia care?
Hmm.
And then I can help to put them in that place.
That's really cool. And I wanted to highlight that fact. There is no conflict of interest here. She's not affiliated with any other neighborhoods or anything like that. You've seen other interviews with me with senior placement specialists. They are affiliated with other communities, specific communities and stuff like that. So I really I wanted to get here and interview you because I love the idea of somebody who is not affiliated, who has nothing to gain other than the purpose of assisting somebody.
That's right.
So,
And
and
it's
that's
free for the families. I really want to make sure that people understand that it's not, they don't have to. And if I work with them for months and it turns out that it doesn't ever go anywhere, I don't send them a bill for their time. It's always a free service that I offer. And
absolutely.
that's really important to me. My mother had a brain tumor when I was a lot younger, and I was the person trying to take care of her, and I had small children, and I didn't know what I was going to be able to do with her. And I didn't have a Janet to
Right.
help me.
Yeah.
So I have a real heart now to help families just with the emotional side and just the logistics of placement.
Everybody needs a Janet. I even need a Janet.
Everybody needs a Janet.
Everybody needs a Janet. So, do everybody a favor. Tell them how you can get a hold of you. Tell them everything, website, everything.
Thank you. My phone number is 904-469-1042. And my website is letjanethelp.com. I'm also on Instagram as Janet Strong Peterson, and I'm on Facebook. I do videos. Very often, I do a Tuesday tip every Tuesday for caregivers and just try to assist families in this very difficult, challenging, emotional, overwhelming challenge.
Yeah. You have an email address?
I do. It's BEFREEJ Peterson@yahoo.com.
There we go. That's how you guys can reach her. All that information is going to be after at the end when we roll the credits in about 5 seconds.
Thank you,
It's been a
Chris.
pleasure. Thank you very much. We will see you guys tomorrow for 7 Minutes for Seniors.